Alright, time for a Ekko beginner's guide. I'm against a Diana here, which should be a pretty decent matchup. She has faster clear speed than me, but she probably won't invade, and that's really all you need on Ekko, something that doesn't invade you. If you can get through your initial clear, you're fine. So, yeah. This is a beginner's guide, so this is a lower rated game. We're talking low silver, high bronze. I want like similar opponents and also teammates for the intended target group of this guide, essentially. I'll be showing you basic ways to play Ekko with simple basic concepts to essentially get yourself a lead and win team fights and stuff like that. I'll be explaining everything as best as I can throughout this entire game. So back, and in about, like, you come back in about 50 seconds, and then right as your back ends, you place the ward. That spots your auto buff camp. This is the best way to do it. Like, you can also place, like, a ward here, but this is more so avoidable. Generally, people at this elo will always just invade, only take your buff camp and leave. So as long as you know the information on your buff camp, you can adjust if you have to go, like, from your bot side to his red buff or something, if he does something funky. Now, Diana's most likely not going to, but yeah. Take W here. You want to start W because of the passive from W. The leash from your bot lane, or the leash in general, should put the buff camp quite low, and when this is like below 30% HP, all your hits start doing additional damage. So this is by far the fastest thing to clear the camp with. As you can see, all these auto attacks do a lot more damage. Also, if you're gonna smite something, you should smite it early due to the similar effect, because you're gonna get it lower faster, and then your clear speed's gonna pick up. If you're trying to do all the damage up front, then it's gonna take you overall longer than it would if you get this extra damage boost based on HP. You can use your W like this to just stun the camp, prevent you from taking a bunch of damage whilst you throw the Q in it. Now here, my goal is just a full clear. You need the levels on Ekko. Ekko's early game is very, very weak compared to most champions. So getting just that initial clear in is generally what you want to do. And that is what I'll be going for here. Doesn't really matter what else is going on. Just get that full clear in and you should be good. Make sure all of these die. I don't think Diana's gonna do anything against me. You could be like, maybe have to be careful in this situation if you're playing against a more aggressive early jungler, but generally speaking, you should be fine. If you're afraid of getting invaded, I'd recommend you to just hold on to your W cooldown, because it's going to allow you to actually fight somebody. If you just use your W cooldown to stun your camps, it's going to do less than if the Diana would invade me and I would actually have the W ready to go for that fight, or to be able to escape or something along those lines. So if you have a feeling you're going to get invaded, do that. But here, I'm finishing my full clear, but I will probably be trying for that top lane gank. Now, this game as well, I'm gonna have to run this way. He already died 1v1. Okay, well. There's not much I could have changed about that if he dies 1v1. I'll just recall. It's okay. Gonna try to go for bot scuttle now. Diana was recently like top side, so I'm not gonna really walk through her. That would be a bad idea. I'll have enough gold here for the blasting wand. I'm getting the blasting one because I'm rushing Nashorus, and getting the AP is the best because it's going to speed up your jungle clear the most. The reason I'm rushing Nashorus and the reason I'm like doing Nashorus on Ekko, even though I'm going for like a burst build, is because Nashorus is extremely good for Ekko jungle due to it being able to speed up your jungle clear speed, but also the objective control clear speed, since it has more auto attacks, which means more passive procs and everything. So yeah, it's by far the better one. Is this control warded so I can just walk in here? Okay, well, that's depressing a little bit. Right as I'm about to walk in there, Caitlyn wards it, so that kind of sucked. Smite this, get rid of the shield. Not much I can do in this situation, I'll just have to walk away. Get the ward up. Gonna have to farm now. Okay, it's most likely gonna back after they have pushed in that wave anyway, I would imagine at least. So, yeah. Vayne should hopefully be just fine. Doesn't look like they're backing. Nice auto-pathing right there. Vayne lost most of her HP in a one go. Oh, this is warded over the wall. Interesting. That's why we have Sweeping Trinket, I suppose. I don't think I can actually gank it then. Just gonna play too safe. Once Malzahar, if you have a Malzahar on your team, or like a Lissandra, for example, once they hit level 6, you want to be there every time their ult's up. Try to, like, rotate to their lane every time their ultimate is up. Because it's just gonna give you a free kill every single time. So I'm essentially, like, waiting until Malzahar hits level 6. As soon as he hits level 6, we'll look for a mid lane gank right away. Especially for Ekko, that should be very easy, due to you being able to, like, W stun whoever Malzahar ults pretty much for free, and they're gonna be CC'd for, like, ages. He has his ult ready, okay. So we're finishing this camp, and then we're instantly going mid to get this gank off. All he has to do is land that ultimate, and we should be good. That's too early. He went for that too early. That's very depressing. It's really, really sad that he did it that early, because if he waits for me to get close there, it's actually like a doable thing, because I can get in range with my stun. But he used it when I was so far away. The man is on the other side of the lane, so there's not much I can do. I'll type it to him, like, for him to understand that he needs to wait next time. But now I basically just have to wait for his ult cooldown to come back. I barely wasn't able to get in range because Jace flashed quite early as well, so... Overall, pretty well done from Jace, I suppose. Yeah, kinda sucks. 69 seconds for another mid gank. As you can see, I'm still purchasing only the AP components, because the raw AP is gonna speed up my jungle clear more than a attack speed would right now. Doesn't matter if you had mana for anything else, all you have to do is wait. Let me check this scuttle first. This scuttle, this tier 2 scuttle essentially, because it's not the first rotation anymore, is extremely valuable, and you should always be looking to pick this up if you can. It's gonna be a bit of a struggle, it seems. It's worth a lot of XP right there, as you see. Oh no. She hit the gate, that's good. Vayne displaced the Kate, so my initial Q didn't hit, so it unfortunately didn't result in it being my kill. But it should be fine. This guy has his ult in 4 seconds. I'm actually just gonna look for the mid lane gank right away, I think. Because of that. Oh my god. This Jace is so aggressive. Yeah, Malzahar gets his ult, we go mid. That's basically the thing there. This time, I was expecting the Jace to run back, but he didn't. He actually went super aggressive on the Malzahar, which is interesting. Oh, no, whatever. I'm gonna use my smite here. I want to get that upgraded smite right away. So they do have the dragon advantage right now. Should be good. I'm just gonna clear my top side right now, and then I'll probably like do my bot side camps, look for like a bot play, or like wait for Malzahar ultimate to be back up at that point in time to make for a very easy gank. I don't actually know exactly how long Malzahar ult CCs somebody. Alright. They're gonna yoink my Gromp. I'm actually not too happy about that. I suppose it is what it is, but I don't like this. It's cost me quite a bit, really. Oh well. I get to purchase my recurve bow here. The extra auto attacks in. Malzahar ult's gonna be up in 25, so I'll just do Wolves Blue and then go for a mid gank. That's a dead Vayne. Probably a dead Senna as well. I don't think there's a point in running down there. They saw the Diana but still walked up, so it's kind of punishing instantly. Let's see. I have to go mid straight away here. Gonna help him push the wave so he can back. Like Malzar thing should be able to finish most of this. I'm gonna fight him because it's in a minion wave. Really? I'm ulting back instantly. The reason I'm ulting back instantly, if you're wondering, is because the Diana very recently killed, or very recently was like spotted bot side somewhere. So it's better for me to just instantly recall, or instantly like ult the way out of that situation to be super safe. Because I was in a pretty risky territory. If I get caught out there and my ult closes in on me, I'm dead. So I'd rather play it completely safe and just ult away right now, like right there and then. If that makes sense. I won't have the ult right now, but yeah, I should be able to get into the lane here. I doubt this will be warded. At least I hope not. Oh no. Oh boy. That sucks for me. That's a good block though, but... Kill him. He's just low HP, so that's an execute target I can get. Can we just kill the Diana? Okay, thank you. A little bit sloppy there, because I actually thought the Malzar was going to run into that fast. A little bit faster, but so that's a little bit my bad. But it should be fine. We should be able to just get the dragon here. Initially there, we know the Vex is very low HP off that situation, so we can just go in for it. I'll tank that. Since the Malzar wasn't planning on it. I'll take the Grompier and I'll just recall. I'll have my items. I need 7 plus 800. I need like 1500. 1515. Sell my pot for it. I can do it just the wolves actually. I want to be able to purchase my Sorks with this back as well, so I'll do an extra camp right now. My stop's doing pretty well. There we go. Get the Nashers, get the Sorks, and this is the moment in the game where we just become very strong. The other good thing about Nashers here actually is that it also gives you 100 ability power off of a single item. Which is a lot of ability power for an item. Like if you're looking at just like a mythic here, it gives you 90. This gives you 100. Plus it gives you the attack speed and the on-hit damage extra as well. He's dead here. The Jace is just smart. He just kind of just waits for this guy to go back. Yeah. Now this is the point in time where your Nashers will just speed up your jungle clear by a massive amount. All these extra auto attacks you can get in so much quicker. It's just very good for clear speed. And that's why Nashers is so good on jungle Ekko. As a rush as well. Just because it gives you all of that extra clear speed. Also the objective damage as well. Once I get this Rift Herald low enough, I'll start chunking this out really quickly. It seems that Vayne's doing well. And this gets low enough. You see all these extra hits? I'm like hitting an extra 143 mage damage every single time. I'll hit this plant, see if I can go for the gank. There's a scuttle spawning here as well soon. He instantly left, fair enough. Diana's bot. It means I'm just gonna scout his topside jungle right away. Okay, this is down. I'm just gonna use the Rift Herald on mid lane instantly.
Shut down.
I wonder if this guy's ever gonna walk up here. Right now, all he really has to do is get one of the, basically an ult on the Jace, and Jace dies. He just has to do it though. Where the hell did she go? Thank you. That was quite literally all I needed. It's just him to ult something. We're rotating out of bot lane, it seems. It's gonna walk away then. It's Not worth sticking around here trying to like extend that fight. It didn't really matter who he picked. If the Malzahar picked the Jace earlier to ult, I would have just committed to the Jace instead. But since he didn't like proactively ult out of his own sense of having to ult something, I just went aggressive on Diana and kind of just forced his ult out, which ended up working out. You have the rewind button and Ekko if it does come down to it, so you are able to play a little bit more aggressive. Clear this and back. She just keeps taking my Gromp. It's actually very annoying because it's costing me quite a bit of XP. That thing is worth quite a lot of experience. Like for example, getting the previous Gromp here, that's definitely enough to close in the level 11 that I didn't get here. Just getting counter jungle by my AD carry from a very early stage, which just always sucks when that happens. This clear speed's really nice. Malzahar ults back up, so I'm just gonna look for mid now. I'm basically just playing around that lockdown ultimate that essentially makes this a free kill every time. Don't think he had the flash for it, but it's fine. There you go. Good. This is just that repeat of this, of abusing this basically. Make sure you stay ahead of somebody if you're trying to kill him like this. Trying to run ahead of that guy, but the reaction actually showed up. It's just a little surprising. You can use your jungle camps by proccing passive hits on those jungle camps to heal yourself back up to full essentially. I'm gonna run bolt instantly. Come on, thank you. Good. She was too aggressive, too far up there. That's easy kill. I did have to smite for it there, though. Otherwise, I don't know if I would have actually killed her. Let's go in. Okay. Guess I'll just check this. There is, in fact, a Vex here. I missed my Q, unfortunately, though. Oh. Well, rip the Yone, I suppose. Wonder if that's a rage quit or not. Okay, now I just have to keep my eye out on bot lane here. See if something's gonna go on. My rocket belt's kind of close, so I do want to try to farm that out if I can. I feel like I need to go bot here. Jace is gonna rotate. Diana's probably bot as well. Vayne is quite low. This is in fact warded. I did a good amount of damage to that Jace right there. Stunned him. Good. Oh, thank you for the free Dark Harvest book. I appreciate that. Yone is restarting because of problems. Okay. I have a Malzahar right next to me who has his ult up, so I'm not too afraid of just like playing a bit aggressive here. Probably unnecessary to ult on that, but I guess it's not a big deal. I don't know how long the ult cooldown is. That's like a minute. It's not a big deal. We got through the early game pretty safely, and now we're just like looking for any type of kill really. We're strong enough at this point where we could just like start the hunt. I prefer not to FF this one. My team votes for it, then kinda screwed I guess, but Get the Seekers, I suppose. I'll go the Zonias next just for safety. Should be fine. We're far enough ahead to where I think we could just win this 4v5 as well. Does make the game a little bit more close maybe, but we'll see. Right now I'm just making sure that I keep up with my, like, clearing my camps at a decent pace, not to fall behind too much on XP. Like, I'm currently level 13, which is really nice and basically on par with my solo laners. But you can't fall behind on this. If you start, like, stop farming, it's pretty bad. My mid lane's playing pretty aggressive here. Instead of, like, going for my bot side camps here, I want to go up into her top side and then take whatever I can, essentially. Playing up into their jungle more. Oh, they're engaging mid. The way they're sieging right now is really not helpful. Okay, I was able to clean that up at least. Not good. The W placement is really like a instinctive thing. It's like you kind of have to learn where they're actually going to try to walk to, and their pathing choices are what our pathing choices are going to be. As soon as you get that bit down, then hitting your W becomes much easier. Also for ganks, like generally using it somewhere between them and their turret, or them and where they're about to run to, is generally the way to go. Throwing it right on top of them most of the time will not result in a kill, because it's going to be very easy to dodge. If they have to, like, actually walk through it, then it's going to be much more of a problem for them to actually get. I have to hold my team's hand a little bit more than I just did, because they're actually quite mindlessly walking up, essentially. See if he tries to stop my back. I doubt it, but he could. He doesn't. Beautiful. So I've learned that my team is unable to play safe, which tells me quite a lot actually, because that means I have to kind of be very close to them at all times, or else they will just keep dying. You can see it off of one situation. If you kind of leave them for a little bit in one type of play and they just, like, fully commit to that play and don't walk back, that's when you instantly know from like, alright, I have to be there or else they will just keep inting. If they are, like, enough brains to not just run it into the enemy team, which could be quite difficult to find. Like, right here again, this... Well, okay, I guess that's my bad for trying to push in bot lane for the wave pressure. This is the perfect example of literally what I was just talking about. But, you know. Alright then. Kinda close, I suppose. I have Ekko ult there, so I'm not too afraid. If I got one more auto attack on the Diana, she would have died. And that would have been very nice. Very good. Get the dragon. I was trying to push in bot wave first, so we have the pressure from both lanes, and that's why I was currently, like, bot lane there. But my Vayne just, like, randomly walks into their jungle like that. I really can't do, like, the actual macro stuff like that anymore. I just have to hold Vayne's hand and hope she doesn't die. It's essentially gonna be the plan. Okay, next we're gonna go for Death Cap. They haven't really stacked any magic resist, so I don't really have to worry about building a void staff right away. Can you just stop taking my camps, please, Vayne? I appreciate that. Okay. Vayne's playing, again, very aggressive right there. That positioning right there is extremely forward. I want to get hit by that. I have Malzar Vayne. Surely this should be fine. As long as Malzar just puts his thingies down and Vayne just hits Baron, like, this should be fast as hell. Just a matter of them doing it. Good. That's Baron down. Actually, okay, well, I guess I have to at this point. Fields, then I'll go. Use the Rocket Belt to get the Dark Harvest proc, and we can just push in some waves now. level 16 as well. Oh, she got so lucky. Her dash into a slow prevented me from getting my last auto attack off to just kill her right there. She's pushing in mid-wave right now. I can kind of heal from the passive procs I'm getting off these things. I can also check for like a camp here. Let's see, these wolves are up. They are not in fact up, damn. If they would be up, then I could use that as well to heal myself. Ekko heals a lot from just proccing passive some jungle camps. I need the Senna and this Vayne to auto attack this turret. Like, it's actually pretty bad. I'll just Zonias it, it's fine. Right there, that's a classic Ekko bait you can use. If they try to charge into you on a team fight like that, you want to use the W on the place you're standing. You can then instantly Zonias as well if you want, but use the W on the place you're standing and just ult. Because the ult's like, if you're trying to walk up first, your ult's gonna drag forward and then back and be in the position that they're gonna be in, essentially, when they're running into you. Right. Just a nice E-flash. So you basically just bait them into your ult and then also into your W. An easier way to do this if you're unsure if you're actually gonna survive something is you W, then insta-Zonias. Then the Zonias will basically like stall out the time for your W to proc, and then they get stunned into your ult that's gonna close the distance on you, and then you can get the hit off. So both of the situations work. That's basically what instantly won that team fight, because I believe I stunned them for a very long time and I did a good amount of damage with my ultimate. I was able to turn that fight even though it looked pretty bad. I get the death cap here. Malls are overextended there. I'll go for bot side here. Get the blue real quick. And seems to be playing aggressive by herself. Good workout for her potentially, who knows. It's a very aggressive 80 carry position, I will say. Melee ranging a Renekton. Worked out for her. I'll give him that. He only came back eventually. But yeah, that's generally how you want to play those team fights on Ekko. First off, you want to try to look for like picks. If you can look for a pick, that would be pretty ideal. Like anyone that's out of position, you could just one-shot. If you have Lich Bane, it's a little bit easier to one-shot somebody, like insta-kill somebody, but it's not like that much of a difference between Nashor's and Lich Bane. However, if the enemy team is like engaging on you, then you can use what I just did and just place the W on yourself and let the ult walk into you, essentially. You can even use Zonia as a stall. Anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the thumbs up button below. Helps me out quite a bit. If you'd like to see more videos from me in the future, hit the subscribe button as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.